wife's affair just ended and she wants to play it off as nothing happened. My wife and I have been together for 12 years and married for 8. For about 6 months, my wife has been very distant and very protective of her phone. In hindsight, I probably should have seen this red flag. Her escapes were, I'm going to Target to return something, but then she wouldn't come home for 3 or 4 hours. I'd ask her why, and she'd always say she was just looking through the store with her Starbucks. So I didn't think much of it. Possible red flag too. This is where it really jumped on my radar when I realized she did this every Saturday afternoon. Plus she never came back with a Starbucks cup, and when I checked the account it didn't show any charges. So one day I asked if I made her happy. She giggled and said yes in a sarcastic way and rolled her eyes. I have to say watching that hurt. Especially when she used to immediately say yes, making eye contact and giving me a kiss. So what I did next made me feel bad, but I bought an AirTag and placed it in the lining of her purse. I only did this because when I confronted her about her Saturday afternoon trip, she got very defensive about it, saying she deserves time to herself, which I agree, but then said Chris likes seeing her. I was like, who is Chris? My wife said he works at the Starbucks. Anyway, one Saturday after she left to go to Target, I was watching her location, and she did go to Target for about 10 minutes. Then she left and went to an apartment building. That's when I got in my car and went to that location. I went to the front office to see if I could get access to the apartment and told them the story. Turns out Chris has always been a jerk to the front office, and they were more than happy to help. They lead me to the apartment and let me in. I could hear noises coming from the bedroom with the door cracked open a bit. I took out my phone and from the cracked open door recorded about 30 seconds of them doing the deed. I left and drove home in shock. I couldn't believe she'd do this to me. I know I'm not the easiest guy to get along with. I'm a Marine Corps veteran and I've been diagnosed with PTSD and a TBI. For years I've been doing therapy and trying like hell to be the husband she deserved. This whole thing shattered me to the core. When my wife came home later, I was in a mood, so I completely shut down. Usually she asks what she can do to help me, but this time she just said, "Another mood, huh? Oh well, I'm going to shower." I was like that until Monday when I could see a lawyer. Showed my lawyer everything I had and that I wanted a divorce. He said he'd write up the paperwork and have it for me in like a week. Well, that turned into 3 because he had gotten sick and wasn't able to work. No biggie. But during those 3 weeks of waiting for the papers, my wife went back to her normal ways. Only thing I could come up with was the affair ended, but I wasn't sure. After 3 weeks, I get the papers and gave them to her. She was shocked and asked why I wanted a divorce. I showed her the video and she was in shock at first, then angered that I'd follow her and record that. She explained it meant nothing and everything's back to normal since he ended it. A part of me still loves her still, but the other part is destroyed, and the 30 seconds video is burned into my brain. She suggested marriage counseling, but I don't know what to do. It hurts to think about my situation and I needed an outlet. So I came here to vent, and I guess if anyone reads this, if they have some advice or anything,